we can understand that this story, it would be obviously about what? What do you think from the title? Greensburg
World.
green. Greensburg is a city. And we said Greensburg goes green. What do you think the story would be about? What do you think?
About the world and the environment.
The environment? Yes, maybe. Thank you so much. What else?
There's how to live in the wild.
How to live in the wild? But we're talking about a city. How we compare the city to the wild right now? No, there's nothing about the
Simple
wild.
life.
Huh?
Simple life.
Simple life. Like what? Simple life will include what, Malak?
Will include using less water, using no electricity, and to catch food.
And to generate the electricity from where? What do you think? Huh? We will generate the electricity from where? From sunlight, yes, from the water, and from also the turbines. The turbines will bring what? Electricity from where? You remember the drawing, the turbines? It will bring the electricity from where?
From the wind and like a device.
From the wind. Right? So it will generate electricity from the wind, from the water, and from the solar rays, or from the sun rays. So Greensburg goes green. Obviously, as you can say, as you said, my girls, that it's about a city, and maybe this city will care about the environment so much that it will use less resources, and it will use simple resources of our environment and of our nature. Let's see what happened to this city and what is the passage and the story about it. First, who can tell me what is the genre of this story, huh? From your book.
Expository text.
Expository text. Expository text. Excellent. Expository text, it means what, huh?
Like it's a real story, and like there's real information.
Excellent. So we have expository text, which means that it's real story, real information, and all the facts about it is real.
Why there is really a Greenburg?
Greensburg. Let's see. When we read it, we'll see. Expository text, and the author. Who's the author of the story?
Susan Nelson.
Susan Nelson. Susan Nelson. Excellent. And the question of the week is what?
How are people rethinking Earth resources?
How are people what?
Rethinking Earth resources.
How are people rethinking Earth
resources?
Okay, let's go ahead and go for our story. But before it, let's watch together this video.
How are people rethinking Earth's resources? The Earth is a pretty awesome planet, and we use so many of its natural resources. But environmental destruction is a threat that people are taking seriously. For so long, improved transportation from railroads to subways to cars and planes has helped fuel our growth. But now we are seeing how these modes of transportation can also pollute the air and deplete reserves of fossil fuels. More and more people are using new modes of transportation, like electric cars, and old modes, like bicycles and walking, to lessen their impact. Recycling is another way humans are making a difference in our environment. By reusing synthetic or man-made materials, we stop the wasteful cycle of using and throwing things away. Environmental preservation is another way we can rethink how we use the Earth. For years, the Florida Everglades were filled in and drained in order to build new communities. Now, large swaths of the Everglades are preserves for amazing animals and plant life, helping to replenish this unique ecosystem. Using natural resources to fuel our lives is a great way to have a positive impact on the Earth. Solar energy and wind turbines use renewable energy to make electricity. Everyone has to do their part to preserve Earth's resources. Doing your part may not be as tough as you think. How do you think people are rethinking Earth's resources?
Okay, this is just a little glance about our passage of today, and we are going to learn how the people they can use the resources around them in the nature to preserve the earth resources and not to throw the wastes inside the environment and thus to lose our environment. Now, before we start with the story, who can tell me about examples from our own lives where we can also try to preserve the resources of the environment? What kind of resources we can use in our daily life just to try to use the environment and the nature and not to use plastic and stuff like that, huh? Like what? What we can do?
We can recycle. We can stop using cars. Maybe use some bikes.
Lunch. So one thing Malak said that she said that we can use recycling, and instead of throwing the things inside the nature, plastic, we can use it just to give it for the companies and for the foundation that use those plastic and recycle. Another thing, what do you think? We can use the water and electricity less by what? By putting sometimes instead of the light, we can enlight what? We can enlight a candle. We can have a fire on our roof. We can have our own things inside the house, and maybe also to bring some kind of lights that will not take so much energy and so much electricity. This is one
and
thing.
also because when the ships go to the sea, they pollute the ocean with petrol. Yeah, petrol.
With the fuel and with the oil, right? And also with the emissions, with the gases that comes from that ship. This is true.
It's like in Titanic when it sank.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, miss, and in the morning, we can use the sunlight.
The sunlight in the morning. Yes, exactly. Instead of having the electricity all the time, just try to put the sunlight inside your room by open the windows and let the air comes in. In this mode, you will not open the air conditioner. You will not open the lights that much.
That's when I wake up. When I wake up, I don't open the lights. I just keep it like this. In the math and the first two classes, the lights were closed. I was studying in the dark.
Exactly, I do that also in the morning because I open the windows and I let the
Miss, for me, it's still open.
You are what?
It's still open. The windows.
Still open? Yes, that's great. It's a great idea, actually. Okay, my girls, let's go ahead now and open the next page, 298, and read the passage together. Who wants to read?
Me.
Yalla, Malak, start with Malak. May 4, 2007.
May 4, 2007 started out as a typical spring day in Greensburg, in southwestern Kansas. Greensburg population 1,400 is the main town in Kiowa Country. It's located 6 hours from Topeka, the state capital, and just an hour away from the Oklahoma state line. In the part of the United States, the earth is so flat you can see the horizon in the direction.
In any direction. Slowly, sweetie, so you can read each word. Horizon in any direction.
Horizon in any direction. Every few hours, a train whistles.
Whistles, because the T here is silent. Whistles, like this. Whistles.
whistles its way across the fertile farmland where the nation's wheat and other grains are grown. On the sunny Friday, flowering trees and white yucca plants were in bloom. Birds sang. A few thousand cedar and other trees stood taller than anything else in town, except for a half dozen
church
steeples, the water tower, and the six-story concrete grain elevator along hallway 54 just north of the town's twin stoplights. As usual, parents dropped off their children at Delmer Day Elementary Junior High School. Teenagers drove to Greensburg High School. Wherever they went, Greensburg
residents
recognized the people they passed. The people of Greensburg knew their neighbors. As the day unfolded, the air grew humid. More clouds than usual formed in the sky. The wind picked up. Weather reporters predicted thunderstorms for the evening because it had been so dry. Rain would be welcome. The clouds grew thicker. Forecasters spoke of severe weather coming. There would be heavy thunderstorms, they said, and very likely a tornado.
Excellent job. Thank you so much, Malak. Very nice reading. And it's really nice that you started to read it by yourself because you didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear it from the computer, and you started to read by yourself, and you made a few mistakes, and this is great. Okay. Now the story starts with the city of Greensburg. It's a real city, as you asked Malak before. It's a real city. Where does it exist? It exists in America, in the county of Kansas. Kansas is a big county and a big state that is similar to Texas and similar to in the South of America. Kansas and Texas, they are in the South of America. These counties and states, they are famous with what? They are famous with the old-fashioned house that they have, the old style of life. The people are farmers. The people are people who care about the environment and about farms because most of them are peasants and farmers. Now, the country or the state that we're talking about, Greensburg, the whole people right here, they know each other. Why? Because the people right here are only 1,400 people. They are not that much. So
that's
everybody,
enough.
yeah, there are so few. So everybody knows everybody because it's a small town. It's a small village inside the state, which means a big state or a big county. Like for example, Jeddah, okay? Or let's say for example, Riyadh. Riyadh is the state. Near of it, we have a small village which is Al Kharj. We have a small village which is Mzahmiya. These villages, we call them what? We call them county. But the big one, which is the Riyadh, we call it what? We call it the state, wilaya. And the whole land that have every state of it, like America, it has all the states of it, we call it country, dawla. State, wilaya, and county, مقاطعة, and inside it you will find small cities. Every small city we will call it what? We will call it county. Okay, now in this we will have what? Greensburg. Greensburg is a small county inside Kansas, and it has only 1,400 population. All the people know each other because it's a small village, so all the people know each other. And also they have one elementary school, one high school in that city. But one day the forecasters of that country, of that village, they predicted that tomorrow there will be what? There will be a big thunderstorm, and they said it's likely to be a tornado. Tornado is bigger than the thunderstorm, and the tornado usually it has a lot of winds that sometimes it can take it can take a house roof off, and sometimes it can destroy the whole house, by the way, if it was made of wood. And if we know that this village, most of the houses they have are made of wood, then we can understand how dangerous is that, because that wind storm, it will be what? Or that tornado, it wouldn't be something easy to deal with. Let's see what happened next in the next page. Okay, in the next page we will go with Watin. Go ahead, Watin. But Kansas
Okay.
is
But Kansas is a land of many tornadoes. Greensburg lies right in Tornado Alley, where many of the United States' 1,200 tornadoes occur each year. Most of the tornado that Greensburg had known might knock down an old barn or hen house, keep up a lot of dust in the field, or even blow limbs
the fields.
in the field, or even blow limbs from trees. Those tornadoes had meant taking shelter and then after an hour or so going back to life as usual. This time, however, would be different. By 7 that evening, it looked like rain. At 8, it began to pour. By 9, a furious wind was blowing.
Ferocious wind.
By 9, a ferocious wind was blowing trees sideways. Forecasters now said that tornadoes had been spotted in Oklahoma and were moving north toward Kansas. At 9:15, Greensburg tornado sirens began to wail. Storm chaser scientists and concerned citizens who tracked
concerned citizens
who track storm had spotted a tornado outside town. The tornado was huge and wood-shaped, they said, and it was moving straight toward Greensburg.
Excellent job. So now the tornado that they said it will come, it came on that day. But before we go to the tornado, we have to know that Kansas, the whole Kansas city, or the whole Kansas state, it's a state in the south of America, and usually it is a state with what they call it Tornado Alley. It lies in the Tornado Alley. Tornado Alley, it means what? It means they are in a position that this or location, and this location usually it has many tornadoes and many windstorms during the year. How many tornadoes they have during the year? They have 1,200 tornadoes each year. So when they said it's a tornado, nobody found it as a big thing. They said, okay, we have tornado every time, so that one wouldn't be bigger than them. But actually what happened that by that evening, the wind started to blow. And after the wind, they have so much rain.
Miss,
Looks like rain, yes.
how do they get 1,200 tornadoes a year if a year is only 353 days? 300.
I like your question though. It's nice. Your question is nice. Why? Because now we are counting the tornadoes not on the days, We are counting the tornadoes because sometimes, some of the days, you will have 3 tornadoes or 2 tornadoes at once, by the way. Because you know what is the tornado? Tornado is a really strong wind, but this is a strong wind. It goes to blow very fast, and with the wind, it will be so fast that after that it will become as a tornado, إعصار. So the tornado actually it's made of wind. So if the wind was so strong and so big, you will not have only one tornado, you will have several tornadoes beside each other. So it's usually something known that you will have more than one tornado at once. So that's why they have 1,200 tornadoes at once in 1 year. Let me show you this one also so you can understand what I mean.
Okay, Miss, in this tornado alley, there's people live there or no?
Yes, yes. Like this state that I'm talking about, Greensburg. Yeah, the people are living there and the tornado will come. And they have to be inside their homes. And if they have shelter in the basement, they have to stay there. This is a tornado. And there's also what we call in English, it's very known in America. There's some people, we call them tornadoes chasers. Their job is to chase the tornado and take pictures of it, like those people right here. This is a tornado chaser. Their cars would be so big, and they will just go and chase the wind and chase the tornado. You see how big is this tornado, my girls? It will start as wind, and then after that they will have rain, and then after the rain the clouds will come together and the wind will be blowing so fast, and then because of the wind blows so fast you will have a tornado. This one is so big. You see how big it is? Now if you come near of this one, what will happen, the wind will come and suck you in. When it suck you in, you will flip and flip and flip in very fast way that you will never be alone. There will be other things that flip with you and you will stuck and hit with them. So if
You
a
will
person
die?
is inside, yes, they might die. There's a big chance that they will die. Yes. There's a lot of people die of the tornadoes each year in America.
If like the tornado come, each day they have to stay in the basement.
Not each day. Some of the days are clear. Some of the days, no. They have not only once, they have several. For example, this tornado right here, it wasn't one. Yani how it will become this big, it will be at the beginning, it will be several, not only 2. It will be sometimes 3, 4, 5, name it. It will be several. And then after that, it become at one point that they all join together. When they join together, what you know in the math, that the more strength you put in the middle and then you flip around it, the more it will be destructive for everything around it. So this is what's going on with the tornadoes. That's why people are so interested with the tornadoes, because it will start as a small wind, and then the wind it will grow to become a small tornado, and then you will find another one in there. They will grab each other, they will be attracted to each other, and then when they attracted and blend together, they will be bigger. And then they will, because they are bigger, now their strength is more, and they will attract more wind. More wind, it means another small tornado. They will suck it and put it with them. Suck it and put it with them until it grow and become like a mountain, like this one. This one is huge. I want you to see how is it from near. Those are people are living inside their houses.
When people are caught in the tornado, when the tornado goes, where do they go?
They go in the basement of their houses.
Oh no. No. When they get caught, when the tornado catches them, the tornado will go after it. Like, when it goes, where do the people go that were caught in the tornado?
Some people, the tornado will flip them and throw them away. Some of the people, they are never found. They will be smashed until they die and nobody would know about them. Okay, that's why it's really dangerous. That's why when they have the tornado, they always put the siren like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, like this. That is, stay inside your home, don't go outside, stay in the basement. And all of these houses that you can find right here, they have basement, because the basement is the safest way to get away from a tornado. Otherwise, your house will be gone because all of their houses aslan made of wood.
Hey, son.
See, this is another tornado right here. Wow, I want you to see this.
2 tornadoes.
2 tornadoes, you see?
Yeah.
Miss, aren't they scared or are they going to their home?
No, just keep going.
They are chasing the tornado. These are the tornado chasers. Usually they try to go as near as they can because they are trying to take photos of that and pictures of that and then sell it for some of the channels. They will take millions for those pictures, by the way. That's why you have a lot of people who
I thought they're trying to catch them because it's made out of dust. They can't catch it.
No, of course not. Of course not. But you see how huge is that? Oh my God.
About to be an accident. I don't like this.
Wow.
This doesn't look good. Don't go around it. Uh-oh.
That's coming this way.
No, it ain't. No, it's fixing to cross the road. It's good. It's good. We're good.
Miss, mashallah, they're brave.
Those people are so brave, by the way. But you see, this
Yeah.
one, he's trying to go back because he know that this one is coming very near, and if he
Oh
gets
my God, Miss, look, it came inside the car.
yes, yes, yes. Those people are crazy because
Yes.
if this tornado, if they cut inside, if they've been caught inside the middle of the tornado, they will be smashed like an ant.
Yeah, but Miss, why
like
they
a
are
human
going there?
especially out
Because
of
they
their
want
shoe.
to the more that the more close that you have pictures of that thing, the more money that you will get. They are chasing money usually.
Yeah.
Miss,
Yes.
you know what I think a tornado is?
Hmm.
I think it's like a pile of ants smashing us for us smashing them.
That's a nice way to look to the things from that perspective. Like they are taking their revenge, right?
Yeah.
I think you saw this in a movie or something.
No, Miss, it just came into my mind.
Okay, let's go ahead, Ghali, and read here more on tornadoes. Tornadoes.
More on tornadoes. Tornadoes, nature's most violent storms, form when warm, humid air rushing up from the southern United States collides with cooler, dry air pushing down from Canada. When these opposite winds move fast enough, severe thunderstorms called supercells can be formed. Sometimes one of these supercells become a tornado. Most of the world's tornadoes occur in the United States in the
The central Great
central
Plains.
Great Plains states. Between the Rocky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains,
Uh-huh.
this swath is known as Tornado Alley. It stretches from Texas north through parts of Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
Kansas,
Kansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa,
Iowa, and South Dakota.
and South Dakota. South Dakota.
Nearly 1,200 confirmed tornadoes touch down each year. Tornado season usually begins in the late winter in the southern United States. It moves the central states between March and May, and then moves farther north as the weather warms. The season is usually over by late summer.
Okay, thank you so much for your reading, Ya Ghalia. Okay, my girls, how the tornado are shaped and how they are formed. Actually, the reason of that is when the wind of or the cool air comes from the south of America right here, as you can see. This is America. This is the map of America. In the north of America, we have Canada, another country. Now, what is famous about Canada? That Canada is very cold. Why? Because above Canada, there is the polar area, We have the North Pole. Okay, so the air that comes from Canada's side and from the North Pole, it is what? It's super cold weather. So the super cold weather goes with the wind until it reaches the middle of America. But in the middle of the America, what he will face? He will face the warm weather and the warm wind that comes from South of America. Here they will hit together. When they hit together, they will what? They will shape rain. At that time, when they shape the rain, however, the strength and the speed of the air is very fast. That's why they hit very fast. They hit each other very fast, and in that area, they will shape the tornado. After that, they will shape the tornado. And the places that have the most tornadoes is what they call it Tornadoes Alley. Tornadoes Alley, which means the location, the most location that have tornadoes in America. Comes in the middle of America. Who are the countries or who are the states that have the most tornadoes in the whole America? We have Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota. All of them, they have all of them together. I'm not talking about Kansas only. All of these places together, they have each year nearly 1,200 tornadoes. So sometimes we can have in Kansas tornadoes, and in Oklahoma also we'll have. Sometimes all of them will have tornadoes at once. So that's why we will have 1,200 tornadoes. Yeah, Malak, this is an answer for your question.
Miss, there's no tornadoes in Jeddah.
No tornadoes in Jeddah because alhamdulillah we don't have cold weather like this one, so it will smash with
Yeah,
the
Miss, Jeddah is like literally like not even close to getting cold.
Yes, that's why.